Hello, thanks for agreeing to this interview. For those who do not know you, can you give them a brief introduction?
My name's Zach Tallis. My gamer tag at the moment is Apex Riddlez. I'm from North London, Tottenham, and at the moment I'm in university, University of York, and I'm in my final year.
So what got you started into competitive gaming?
Well, a few years ago, I went round to my mate's house and he introduced me to Halo 3, and I was playing that for a bit, and he asked me to go along to XL4 to pick up for his teammates then, so I thought I'll just go along. But I was more interested in COD, so I spent like half of the event just spectating COD and watching ID and Rees and like face out and stuff. And after XL4, I started playing COD 4 a lot more and got myself into a team called Genetics, like you lot might have heard of it, but this was before myself, Pasco, Inferno, and Underrive and Stumpy actually formed the main Genetics team. But this was consisted of like pretty much two teams, and we went to XL5 and I outpaced the first team, and then after XL5, Genetics, just like me, Pasco, Inferno, and JJ started to play properly, and we started to make a name for ourselves, and that's how I got started, really.
What would you say has been your favourite Call of Duty title to play competitively on?
My favourite, obviously, was back on the COD 4 days. COD 4 was my favourite out of all the COD series that have come out so far. That was probably the most skillful to play and the most enjoyable, because there wasn't really much, like, even though there was domination involved, and there wasn't like, it was the game modes were a lot more enjoyable to play as no one really camped and stuff like that. But I really, the one competitively, I'd say Black Ops was my favourite in a competition wise, because obviously more teams started getting involved and there was a load more tournaments. But by far my favourite was probably COD 4.
What has been your hardest choice to make during your time on Deserto?
I haven't really had a hard choice to make. I mean, I would say probably at the start of Black Ops when I left, when obviously I was in royalty for Modern Warfare 2, it was myself, Kobe, Pasco, and King. And at the start of Black Ops, I left them to make a team with Vapes, Jolly, and Spoken. That was probably my hardest choice, but then I realised that I had a really good team going on, so I spoke to King and asked if I can come back, and they did. And yeah, that's probably my hardest choice, was leaving them at the start.
After Blacks and Crook's recent departure in Apex Pro, do you think your new team with Gataga and McGee, and obviously Tommy, can still cause some upsets, especially at Reflex this weekend, seeming that Apex is always the favourites to win?
Well, obviously it's a blow that we had to get rid of Jack and Ellis, as we were really good mates and we've done well in the past. Obviously we had a little blip in EGL London, but yeah, I mean, obviously we picked up Gotaga and McGee, the two of the best players in Europe at the moment. I see McGee's still pretty young and he's doing really well, so obviously we're there to rightfully go in as favourites, even though we're not seeded first. That's because they've included seeds from Black Ops, but we should be going in favourites, and hopefully we can pull out another first place finish. And McGee's got a few, like, obviously people on his back, like, thinking he's not going to do well, but he's done really well in previous LAN events, so I don't see why he's not going to do well at this one. But yeah, hopefully we can get another win, and Apex is third in a row.
Your lineup at the moment is one of the most achieved lineups in the scene right now. What would you say is your key to success?
Consistency, I'd say, was a big one. I mean, you look at around now and you see so many team changes. Me and Tom teamed for just about a year now, and obviously with Ellis, I was teaming with Ellis for a year and a half. But teams change and swap too much. like which obviously affects chemistry and stuff. But I know this may sound silly, but literally you've got to have some sort of dedication and communication. Communication is one of the most important aspects in a team to keep consistency. I mean, you've got to keep communication up between your partners and your teammates, and literally call everything out and stuff. So definitely communication, obviously, and consistency with your team. Like, try and build as much chemistry as you can, and obviously you're going to lose scrims, you're going to lose tournament matches and stuff. You're not going to place well at LAN, maybe at your first event or whatsoever. But you've got to stick with it, and it will come out of the bag. You will pull it off.
You've been gaming for quite some time now. What keeps you motivated to like stick it out?
I just like playing. My general sense of competitiveness keeps me going. I also just like talking to my mates and my teammates on live. I mean, I'm in uni. I sort of balance it out between lectures and going out, and obviously going like skydiving on the weekends and stuff. I see gaming as a hobby that, like, luckily I'm quite well. Obviously, I'm doing quite well for myself with it. But yeah, I just like just the I can't play a game and not have to be like decent at it. And yeah, I just like talking, seeing my mates and stuff, and going to events and saying hello, and the competitive atmosphere, like, in general.
Who has been your like favourite player to team with, or play with at least?
Oh, that's a hard one. Ooh, I'd say
You can name
Pasco.
a few if it's easier.
I'd say Pasco is definitely one of them, because he's been one of, like, probably my longest mates on Xbox at the moment. I used to team with him back in COD 4, on COD 5, Modern Warfare 2, and briefly on Black Ops. Definitely Pasco, because we know each other quite well and stuff. Tommy as well, and Ellis, or Black, if you guys don't know who he is. Toby, everyone I've teamed with really, like, they've all been really good mates and teammates to team with. So hopefully one day you might see. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you can't predict the future, but you never know.
Yeah.
I might see Pasco back in my team, or I might see Toby back in my team, or whatever. But yeah, those are definitely my favourites so far.
What would your like dream team consist of?
Probably myself, Pasco, Tech, and Toby. A similar question was asked to me the other day, and yeah, Pasco, because he's so funny and I love him to pieces, and Toby because I get along well with him, and Tech because he's a really good AR, and me and him both get along well with each other as well.
You're predicted like second seed at the moment for Reflex. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's understandable. I mean, we were bringing along McGee, but they've taken into account the seeds from Black Ops as well. So it's not a massive issue that we've been given second seed. It's just because they've taken into account their Black Ops seeds. We're still going to go in, and I've seen the bracket, and we've got we've got obviously Federico Yin on our side, and I can't remember who else is on our side, so it should be a good couple of games. It's not going to be easy, yeah, never is normally. But hopefully, yeah, we can just keep the same momentum going as we do in previous tournaments, and play as we do online, and we'll hopefully finish first.
Obviously, because I'm a girl gamer, I thought it'd be like a good question to ask you. What do you think about them? Like, your opinion on girl gamers, and what do you think they bring to the community?
Well, I have no issues with girl gamers at all. I mean, I think it's great that people of the opposite sex are starting to get into games. I find it quite funny that many people hate on girl games and stuff. So there's no reason for it really. I mean, it's brilliant that you see like girl gamers coming to tournaments and stuff. obviously they're going to draw a lot of attention. Organisations are going to sort of seek to use the attention that they're going to gain to their advantage. I mean, get into a really good org and then go for it. But I have no problems whatsoever with girl gamers coming into the scene. I think there should be more, to be honest, because you'd be surprised some of the girls, like everyone, like this whole stereotype that girls are like not as good as guys and stuff. But some of the girl gamers that are there are really good, like yourself, more because you're actually a really good player. So
Thank you.
yeah, I have no problems whatsoever with girls coming in. Really, bring more in.
I'd like to thank you for your time, Riddles, and hopefully I'll be seeing you at EGL 5 at least for my Nando's. So yeah.
You can buy me Nando's.
Oh, no. Anyway, thanks.